there's four main angels: Monica, Tess, and Gloria. Tess is played by Della Reese. That's probably the person you think of most when you think of Touched by an Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then occasionally, I think actually by the end of the show, he's in like every episode, but they're frequently joined, if not always, joined by an angel of death who is named Andrew at this point. They kind of like shuffle it around. He's kind of like Urkel, how Urkel was like occasionally in Family Matters in the first season, and then he just became the main character, like regular cast member second season, and then he's like the main character.
Yes.
But Andrew, the Angel of Death, is played by John
Dye,
which I sent you guys a link to the episode like the episode guide thing that somebody had made on their own personal website.
Oh yeah, I read that.
That website is actually a John Dye fan page that has like thousands and thousands and thousands of words and fan fiction dedicated to John Dye.
Yes,
that's amazing.
It's called JABB's like bucket or something. It's the John.
Oh my God.
Let me go to the JA. Welcome to the John/Andrew Bucket Brigade. So it's somebody who is obsessed with John Dye and also his character Andrew, the Angel of Death.
Oh my God.
So check that out if you get a minute, because that website is a time capsule. The episode summary that I sent you guys was very funny because this person, God bless their soul, was having such a difficult time watching this episode of Touched by an Angel because it reminded them so much of 9/11.
Yes.
And they had watched this episode on the 10th anniversary of 9/11.
Yes, which there is a 9/11 connection here. I want to talk just really quick to finish out the character descriptions. Because Della Reese, she's like the mother angel. You know, she's doing the like, unfortunately, kind of like the media trope of like the wise motherly black woman. You know, it's kind of like that's like the show. That's the whole show, and I think that Roma Downey, the very enchantingly beautiful Irish actress, I think she's really like the main character of Touched by an Angel, because I looked this up on Wikipedia, but her arc as an angel, basically like her moving through the different ranks of guardian angel, is like what outlines the show. And I believe on the series finale of Touched by an Angel, she's promoted to like mother angel. Like the way Della Reese is. But
Tess leaves to go sit at the feet of God.
Is that true?
And it's the final episode. I actually was watching Pluto, and the first part of the two-parter series finale was on. And it is like majority... For some reason, heaven is the Grand Canyon in this show.
That's fun.
So whenever the angels have to like talk amongst themselves without like a mission, they're at the Grand Canyon.
They spawn in the Grand Canyon.
I remember that about Chutzpah.
Yeah, the helicopter shot of the Grand Canyon in the opening credits is like supposed to be heaven. But the two-part series finale, most of the first part is Tess and Gloria, and I think Andrew like sitting in front of a green screen of the Grand Canyon and like giving an interview of why they think Monica is like a good angel and should be promoted.
Wow.
While there's like another plot going on in the background. But
isn't it so dark that heaven has like one-on-ones and like like
corporate bureaucracy,
6-month reviews?
Yeah.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
Yeesh.
But good for Monica. And the other big star of this episode is, I believe in season 7, they added the character of Gloria, who is like, I guess like an angel in training. And according to Wikipedia, the point of her character is she's supposed to be like an angel training to adapt to 21st century life on Earth. I don't know exactly how she was introduced, but basically everything, she's just on Earth and she asks about everything like an alien. She's like, but what is this? And she's holding a spatula or whatever. And that's like the whole point of her character. And Della Reese is just like, oh, girl, you know?
Yeah, we see a lot of it this episode.
She's at the diner. It's probably got most of her parts in like 2 days on this one.
Yeah. Seems very efficient. So yeah, central premise of Touched by an Angel is that these characters, it evolves over the 9 seasons of Touched by an Angel, but in season 8, where we are right now, we already listed there's 4 prominent angels, and they have a very nebulous, inconsistent way of interacting with humans.
I was hoping we would spend a lot of the episode talking about how exactly their powers work, what they're allowed to do.
I would love to try to identify that.
There's a very, very urgent problem in this episode, and it doesn't seem like the angels can directly affect it. But I don't understand why they can't tell someone to, I don't know, call the police.
Or
in the also 4 hours they have to stop a terrorist attack.
Yeah, and there's a point where Monica, the angel, is physically applying pressure to somebody who's bleeding out, yet she couldn't have done more to, like, pushed that person out of the way beforehand.
Right.
Oh, so that is interesting. I read in the episode review on the John Dye fan site that I guess Monica got special powers at the start of season 8.
Oh, great.
Oh.
And I think that might be one. I think like healing or something might be her special power, because I didn't really see any other display of power that she had.
There's probably...
So she can't do any kind of like preventative healthcare, just like ER stuff.
Yeah, she's like urgent care.
All right.
There's probably other elements like that where, like, if we were to ask the question out loud, like a real Touched by the Angel head out there, a 72-year-old will leave us like a 1-star review on Apple Podcasts.